Hey everybody. Well, WrestleMania is almost here. I'm looking forward to it. I know a lot of people are looking forward to it too. And well, I decided I'm going to talk about the matches they have set up. They haven't set anything up for the tag team titles, and I'm hoping it's not for a pre-show. I'm hoping that they do have the tag titles be on the line at WrestleMania and live on the pay-per-view. But if they do make it a pre-show, then hopefully it goes well. We also found out one of the Usos suffered an injury, a shoulder injury, so he might not be able to make it for WrestleMania, but uh, we'll have to wait and see what happens. But right now, I'm going to talk about WrestleMania's matches. I'm going to give my thoughts about them, and I'm also going to mention TNA's rating, which I found out last week went really, really down, lowest than ever before. So, let's get started, shall we? Let's start for the first match. Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins. To be honest with you, I was unsure about this match because, I didn't think that Orton and Rollins were going to fight off because we thought Orton was going to show up at the Rumble. He didn't show up. Fastlane, he finally did appear, but then the next night he joined up with the Authority again. So I was a little upset with that. But after watching for weeks what's been going on, I realized that okay, I overreacted a little bit. So I'm glad that they were doing well with this build up. They had Randy look like he was helping the Authority, that he was helping Rollins, and trying to lower Rollins' guard. And he eventually was able to finally get his hands on him last week, and he just beat the hell out of Rollins. It was enjoyable. It was a lot of fun to watch. And then this past Monday night, we found out that Rollins accepted Orton's challenge for a match at WrestleMania, and no doubt in my mind they did well with this build up. Even though it did feel a little short, but it was still a good build-up. And I think Orton will have a great match with Rollins. I mean, we've seen how well he can do with a young talent. I mean, he did the same with Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase 5 years ago. He did the same thing with CM Punk. He had a great match with Punk. Then we had him going up against, Daniel Bryan and Batista. Him and Batista put Bryan over at WrestleMania, and he did well with helping even Roman Reigns at their match in SummerSlam. So I have no doubt he'll have a great match with Rollins. And Rollins, he's great in the ring. I'm not questioning his ability. My only concern is how this match is going to end, because I want this to be a clean, and I want the ending to be clean, sweet, just to be a good ending. I don't want it to have outside interferences costing Orton the match. I mean, that'd be stupid. So I hope they give us a good ending. Next match, The Undertaker versus Bray Wyatt. This, I wasn't sure if it was going to happen because there was rumors going around about Undertaker not being physically ready, that he looked like hell. But I guess those rumors are false because Undertaker, I don't think he would accept this match. I don't think he would go along with this match unless he knew he was ready to compete again, unless he knew he was ready to get back in the ring. And it's a shame that he wasn't undefeated by this time because I could see Bray Wyatt beating him at WrestleMania and being the one to end the streak. I saw him being that guy. But no, they gave it to Brock Lesnar last year. And okay, it did give Brock more motivation to be the world champion. But for me, I just felt that Bray Wyatt should have been the one to end the streak. I think he should have done it. But now that Undertaker's no longer defeated, I can't see him losing this time. I can't see him going 21-2. I can't see that happening. As for Bray Wyatt, I think should he lose in this match? I don't know. I mean, there's a long way to go, and I'm just not sure it should be 22 and 1 or 21-2. I'm not sure where they can go with this. But I am hoping this will be a good match, and they will have, the Undertaker will put Bray Wyatt over. Hopefully, he does do that at WrestleMania. Next match, AJ Lee and Paige versus the Bella Twins in a tag team match. I have a big problem with this match. They had an opportunity for a fatal four-way Divas title match, but instead they made it a tag team match, which was stupid in my view. It was a really stupid decision there. Now, I am glad they gave AJ Lee more time in her match against Nikki Bella this past Monday night, but I still think they should have made this a four-way match for the title. And I am hoping this Monday night we see the Divas title be on the line. I'm hoping Paige is champion, okay? I can't see AJ being champion again. I can see Paige being champion again. But as long as it's not either one of the Bellas. Because look, personally, I don't hate them. But in that, when they are in the ring, their characters, they're just so annoying. They're so stupid. They should not be champions. Neither one of them should have that title. So I am hoping this tag match goes well, and hopefully AJ and Paige win because I cannot stand the Bella Twins anymore. I don't think anybody else can stand them too. All right, let's see what next. The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale. Last year, I was unsure about this match because I thought it was going to be a bore fest, and for the most part, it was. But man, Cesaro winning that match the way he did, it was great. It was I didn't expect that. I actually was rooting for Ziggler to win, but and in the end they gave us Cesaro, and well, he earned it. My concern for that was how badly it ended with Cesaro not getting any kind of push at all. So uh, it sucked, but hopefully this time will be different for anybody that wins this match. So I am thinking it will be good. Won't be as good as last year, but it will be a good match. And I think this will be a traditional thing. So we might see another one next year. But for right now, who do I think is going to win? I'm leaning more towards Curtis Axel than Damian Mizdow, who a lot of people think is gonna win. For me, I want Curtis to win because they're building him up with this whole Axel mania, and I think he will be the one to win the Battle Royale. I mean, can you imagine him doing that? It'd be great. I mean, probably Sheamus is gonna return and compete in this match, but I am hoping Axel wins because he deserves it. After everything that they put him through, after all the crap they put this guy through, he deserves the opportunity to get a little push. So I am hoping he does win. If not, then I have Damian Mizdow as my backup, and I have Sheamus as my backup. That's if Sheamus returns to compete in this match. So next match, let's see. It is the Intercontinental Championship match. This one I am hoping is not the first match of the night. I am hoping it's right in the middle because look at how well they've been building this matchup. Ever since Fastlane when Dean Ambrose stole the Intercontinental title, it's been changing back and forth. We saw R-Truth steal it. Then we saw Luke Harper, Dolph Ziggler, and Daniel Bryan. We see Stardust. Everybody's been stealing that title and all have been wanting to be champions. Now, I know a lot of people were upset that Daniel Bryan's in this match because they wanted him to be in the World Championship. I understand that. I do. But here's the reason why I think this is a good thing for him. Bryan, to me, if he had fought Brock Lesnar, if he had been the one to face Brock, I think he would have been seriously hurt. We saw what Brock could do uh, in the ring against other guys, and we saw what he did to The Undertaker. He hurt him so badly that Undertaker collapsed when he got backstage. And Daniel Bryan just came back from a neck injury that took him out for the rest of 2014. If he had fought Brock, his career, I think he would have shortened his career even more, and I think he would have been re-injured. And that is something that I don't think Bryan wants. And I know what people are thinking. Oh, this is a ladder match. Bryan will get hurt again. What's better, Brock or ladder match? I think ladder is better because I mean, I'm not saying that Bryan could not get hurt in this match, but I'm saying that I think a ladder is less riskier than Brock Lesnar. Okay, we've seen what that guy could do. He's much more dangerous than a ladder, and this gives the match will make the match more interesting. I mean, look at all the people that got into this. We got Bad News Barrett, we got R-Truth, Dean Ambrose, got Luke Harper, Dolph Ziggler, Stardust, and Daniel Bryan. You got seven very good, talented guys there. R-Truth, maybe not, but still, I mean, you got a lot of young guys who are ready to have their WrestleMania moment, and knowing how well WWE can do with ladder matches, I think all seven of these guys will have a great match. This one, I guarantee you, will be the match of the night, especially with all these guys that are in it. So who do I think will win? I don't care, honestly. Whoever wins this will definitely deserve it. I don't care who wins because I want to see a good ladder match. It's the first time the Intercontinental title is being defended at ladder in WrestleMania since I think 1994. I think that was the last time we saw the title be defended in a ladder match, and it's the first time we're having more than two competitors facing off for that title. So whoever wins will deserve it. Bryan, if he wins, he will have won every title in the company. Ziggler, he'll be a 5-time Intercontinental Champion. Barrett, he will prove that he is worthy to be champion. Ambrose, that'll be his second singles title. Stardust, I think he'll be his third Intercontinental title reign. R-Truth, his first championship reign in 5 years. Luke Harper, it will be a 2-time Intercontinental champion. Either way, someone is getting their WrestleMania moment, and we, the fans, we, the people, are going to get a great match. I guarantee you that's what's going to happen. We're going to have an awesome match. All right, now we get to the last 4 matches that they set up for WrestleMania that I think are getting the most build-up than the other ones, besides the Intercontinental title. It is Rusev versus John Cena for the United States Championship. This one I am very interested in seeing how it's going to go. At Fastlane, I complained about how John Cena, how he lost and how he should have won, ended that streak. But after seeing the build-up they were doing, last year a lot of people were upset with how WWE were doing with their storylines. But when they got to WrestleMania, they all realized WWE did well. And to me, they're doing the same thing again, especially with this match between Rusev and John Cena. Now, it's no secret that sometimes undefeated guys don't always have big time success. I mean, we saw it happen to Umaga. He was undefeated. He had an Intercontinental title reign too, and he had a great match with Johnson. But after that, he was no longer involved in the World Championship title hunt. So that sucked. Same thing with Khali. As soon as he was defeated by John Cena, after that, not much for his career. Yeah, he won the world title, but the title reign was very short-lived and was very forgettable. The same thing with Ryback. His career was doing well with his undefeated streak until he lost to CM Punk, and after that, things were not going well for him. I mean, he lost so many pay-per-view matches that it was amazing how this guy who was a monster, undefeated, ended up losing at every pay-per-view. So, to me, Rusev, I think, has done well. The reason for that is that they picked a very good storyline for him to play as, to be as the villain, to be this Russian undefeated monster. No question, this guy's is very good in the ring. I'm not saying that he doesn't. He's very good in the ring. He had a good manager, Lana, who we didn't see on Raw, and everybody was chanting for her to show up. So I think they did well with Rusev for most of the parts, okay? But it didn't matter because we were all sick and tired of this storyline, and we all wanted to see him lose. Finally, we are getting that opportunity with John Cena. I said before that Rusev needs somebody to rival with, somebody that can help him get over with the crowd, with everybody, to show that he's very good in the ring and he's very talented and he can have great matches. Against John Cena, he was able to do that at Fastlane. Just the ending was terrible. But it has led to a very good storyline. John Cena trying to get into a match at WrestleMania, him being buried by Rusev, him being buried by Stephanie, and finally he got that opportunity. And man, I am looking forward to seeing this match. I am hoping this will go well, and hopefully it does end Rusev's undefeated streak and he loses. But that won't be a bad thing if John Cena and Rusev have a good match at WrestleMania. And in my view, after seeing what happened last year with Cena and Bray Wyatt, I have no doubt that John Cena will have a great match with Rusev. And maybe leads to one more match at Extreme Rules where Rusev could defeat John Cena if John Cena beats him at WrestleMania and takes the title. I can't see Rusev winning this match. I can't see him beating John Cena at WrestleMania. I can see John Cena defeating this guy and taking that championship and becoming a 4-time U.S. champion before he probably loses it back to Rusev the next pay-per-view or loses it to another young guy who they would want him to put over. So I think they did well with this, and hopefully we have a good match. Yeah, I see Cena winning, but it doesn't matter if you don't make sure your match between these two guys doesn't go over with the crowd. So that's what I am hoping that WWE does. All right, next match: Sting versus Triple H. This was a match a lot of people didn't see coming because no one thought Sting was ever going to come over to WWE, and it's true. For years, Sting has been remaining loyal with TNA, and he never left. And I understand why he never went to WWE. He was worried they were not going to use him well, and they were going to misuse him. And it's true. Let's take a look at guys like Scott Steiner, Kevin Nash, guys, even some of the other guys like DDP, Raven, all these other guys who went over to this company from other promotions. They were never used properly. The only ones that did were Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, Booker T. But those only guys were never properly used well. And I'm referring to main event guys that were never used well in WWE. They came over from other promotions. Sting, no question, was worried about that. And yeah, he probably wouldn't have been used right if WWE didn't come up with good ideas for him. And hey, I mean, we got to see him have some great matches in TNA, matches with Kurt Angle, Jeff Jarrett, Samoa Joe, AJ Styles. But we all felt and wondered that Sting, when was he going to leave TNA? I mean, from 2009, we thought he was going to leave. 2010, 2011, 12, and finally, after years of waiting, we found out he was finally released from the company last year, and WWE were able to bring him to their company, and now Sting is now part of WWE, and I'm happy for that because we were all waiting, and I was wondering, when is Sting going to show up in WWE? When is he going to show up on Raw, SmackDown, at a pay-per-view? We all wondered. We waited, and WWE did a good job of doing that. So Survivor Series, we finally saw him make his debut. I was shocked. Everybody was shocked that Sting made his debut there. And when he took out Triple H, I knew right there, Triple H versus Sting at WrestleMania, they were going to make it happen. I couldn't see Sting versus The Undertaker since they already had set up Bray Wyatt to go up against him. So I like this direction, though, because I see Sting. They call him the Vigilante, and it's true. He is a Vigilante that has gone up against heel stables, and I kind of realized that, yeah, I can see him being the guy to go up against Triple H and ending the Authority, and I hope it happens. I hope Sting does end the Authority because, I mean, my God, the storyline is getting boring and annoying. It has to end soon. So Sting, I hope, ends the Authority and has a good match. And Triple H, no question, he can have a good match with almost anybody that he's had at WrestleMania. He had a good match with Sheamus, had a good match with The Undertaker twice, had a decent match with Brock Lesnar, and he was able to have an amazing match with Daniel Bryan last year. So I can't see him putting Sting over, or at least having a good match with this guy. So I can see that happening. My concern is how this match is going to go. I mean, I know it's going to go slow. It's not going to start out like that right away fast. It's going to go slow. It's going to take some time. It's going to be building up into a good match, and I think that's probably what we're going to see. But I am hoping that they do make this a no DQ kind of match because I want to see these guys beat the holy hell out of one another. I want to see that happen. So WWE did a good job building this matchup right, and I can't wait to see what happens on the last week before WrestleMania. So I can't wait. Let's hope it goes well. All right, now the last match of the that I'm going to talk about: Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. This was a match people thought was not going to happen because, well, there was rumors going on that Brock was going to walk out, that he was going to take the title, and there was a lot of talk going around there. And, well, it's not going to happen. Brock Lesnar is going to face Roman Reigns, and I don't think Brock's going to do anything stupid that will risk him losing a lot of money. WWE is paying him a lot of money for to show up, so I don't think he will risk losing all that money for doing stupid things. Okay, I don't think he'll risk doing that, especially after the history he had with WWE and lawsuits. So I don't think he'll risk losing money for that. So, what do I think about this match between him and Roman Reigns? I wasn't sure about it at first until the next night after the Royal Rumble when Roman Reigns had that interview and Brock Lesnar showed up. Paul Heyman, I like how they have Paul Heyman do all the promos. It's a good thing. Paul Heyman can give good promos, he can give great promos, and love him or hate him, you can't deny that Paul Heyman knows how to make people tick, and he does a good job at doing that. And Roman Reigns, when he responded to Paul's question, he turned towards Brock Lesnar. He answered Brock's question that Paul Heyman was asking Roman Reigns. So he confronted him, told him gave him his answer, and Brock Lesnar stood up, and Roman Reigns stood up as well. He didn't flinch. He stood up. He didn't flinch, and I saw something there. I saw something like, wow, there is something there. I see Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns having a great match. I saw something there that could be a good rivalry. Now, I get it. Roman Reigns is not the best wrestler that they have. He's not a good, very good on the mic as much as other guys like The Rock or even CM Punk, who is getting sued, by the way. And, well, okay, I get it. He's not what a lot of people were hoping would be the one to face Brock. A lot of people wanted Bryan, and I get it. I really do. But I like how well they've been building this up. Roman Reigns, everybody's been saying you can't beat Brock Lesnar. He's been using that for this rivalry, for this build up, and he's been doing it so well. He's had some good matches, especially what he did to Rollins after losing to Rollins thanks to Orton. He did something I was not expecting. He jumped over the top rope. He landed on Kane, Rollins, and JJ Security. He then took out everybody and even hit a midair spear to Rollins. I thought, oh man, if Roman Reigns can do stuff like that, like going over the top rope, and if he uses more new moves at WrestleMania, then I guarantee you, folks, Roman Reigns is going to beat Brock Lesnar and is going to have a good match doing it. Now, how is that match going to go? Is Paul Heyman going to turn on Brock? Is Roman Reigns going to win a clean match? What's going to happen? I don't know. I honestly don't know, but I can guarantee you this. Whoever wins, I think WrestleMania is going to end well. I guarantee it. If not, well, sorry then. I'm sorry for guaranteeing that. So, in fact, I shouldn't actually guarantee it. I want to wait to see what happens at WrestleMania, but I will be here to give you the results the next as soon as it's over. So, hopefully the pay-per-view goes well. Hopefully all these matches go well, and hopefully they do add the tag team titles in because I want to see a tag team title match. All right, the last thing I'm going to talk about today is TNA, the rating. The lowest they ever got. I mean, I've heard they got a 0.8 before, a 0.7, but this is, this is very shocking to me. They got a 0.2 from last week's show. Yeah, 0.2, people. That's how bad things are in TNA. And I actually had this argument with somebody yesterday, actually between two people who I told them what was going to happen in TNA this coming few weeks, and they complained. They said, "Oh, you people are the reason why the TNA is being killed. You're trying to kill TNA. You're being jerks." Okay, first of all, I'm not being a jerk. I'm just telling the truth. Okay. TNA is building up matches that has already happened weeks ago. They're still showing Samoa Joe on TV, even though he left back in February. And, they even make tag team title matches that already changed hands. So, look, I get it. I know people are upset for people that spoil things for others, but I'm not being an asshole. I'm not being a jerk for saying that. I was just saying that the titles already changed hands. And I'm not the one killing TNA, okay? TNA is being killed off because of their own stupidity. TNA is being killed off because of the idiots running the company, okay? They don't know what is best for business. They don't know how to bring in the fans anymore. They thought if they keep repeating the same old storylines that people are going to be interested in watching it. That is not true, people. We're tired of stupid factions being formed to try to take over TNA. Okay, we're tired of these older talents being brought in, thinking that's what fans would want. No, we want to see younger talents. I'm tired of that. Okay, I want to see new talents. I mean, there was even talk about how if TNA really were looking for talent, they should have brought in guys like Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, or even Adriana, those kind of guys. But no, instead they're getting their asses kicked every week. NXT's kicking their ass. NXT's kicking WWE's ass. Okay, TNA is not as good as it was years ago. So I'm sorry that I'm speaking the truth. I'm sorry that people don't agree that about TNA, that TNA is still better than WWE. Look, granted, TNA does have some good matches, but as far as storylines, as far as trying to go with these directions to try to bring in new talent, it's not working. TNA will not survive unless they make some drastic changes. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yes, I'm done. I'm done for today. All right. So, you guys have a different opinion about this, let me know. All right. Take care and see y'all next time. God, TNA sucks balls.